Hello, everyone. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment saying where you're from and when you watched. That way, YouTube will continue to show you stories like this. Now, let's get started. Asterisk, after escaping the forest that night, both Michael and I were exhausted, but I knew that it was not over yet. The feeling of being watched still haunted me even when I got home. I closed every window and door, checking every corner of the house like a haunted person. But no matter how many locks I put on, I still heard faint tapping, sometimes on the wall, sometimes on the door, and sometimes from under the floor. Michael decided to stay with me for a few more days. He said he did not want me to face the entity alone. During the day, we tried to find clues, rummaging through the old town library, asking the elders in the area. Finally, an old woman told us about a forgotten legend. According to her, decades ago, there had been a series of disappearances in that forest. It was believed that an ancient entity lived in the hollow of a giant tree, capable of imitating voices and shapes to lure people. The victim was called by name, led deep into the woods, and never returned. The story matched my own experience in a terrifying way. The old woman also said that the entity grew stronger when it gained the trust or weakness of the person it targeted. I remembered the feeling when I heard my mother's voice, the desire to run and hug her. If I had let my guard down, I might have been dragged away forever. That night, as Michael and I sat in the living room, the dim light shining on the ceiling, the temperature in the room suddenly dropped. I could feel my breath rising white smoke, even though the door was closed. Then, the voice spoke, this time clearer than ever. It not only called my name, but spoke with such emotion, as if it were my mother actually begging me to open the door. Michael began to read aloud the passage from the book, but the voice grew louder, overlapping, making the whole room tremble. The light went out, leaving a thick darkness. In that darkness, I saw a blurry figure standing in the corner of the room. The figure of a woman, long hair, but the face was hidden in the darkness. My body froze, unable to move. My eyes could only follow that shadow. Michael shouted, swinging salt at it. The shadow swayed, let out a distorted scream, then disappeared. But the hoarse laughter immediately echoed around the four walls, letting us know that it had not left. It had entered my house, eliminating the last safe distance. That whole night, we did not sleep, just sat waiting for the morning. I clearly felt every moment of the thick darkness surrounding us, every whisper seeping through the wooden walls. I knew this house was no longer a safe haven. That entity had entered my territory, and sooner or later, it would attack more violently. Michael suggested that we prepare for the final step, to confront it directly, not in the house, but right at the base of the giant tree where it lived. He believed that only there would we have a chance of ending it. The thought sent a chill down my spine, but also a glimmer of hope. Because if I kept running, I would be exhausted before I had a chance to survive. We began to plan, preparing more candles, salt, and stronger chants. The image of the strange glowing eyes in the tree hole kept appearing in my mind, so haunting that I could not distinguish what was real and what was an illusion. And I knew that the next confrontation would be the decisive moment. Either I would escape this haunting, or I would disappear like those unfortunate people in the past. Stay tuned for the next episode to see what happens when we return to the tree in the forest to face the mysterious entity one last time.